Hola. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum. All right, guys. Thank you for the fill. Knew I probably wouldn't be breaking until tonight, so we just let it kind of sit. I think so too, man. I think the Mets did pretty well. They kept all the guys I like. I like Jesus Baez, but you gotta give up. You gotta give up some guys, Cream of Simeon guys. You know what I'm saying? There she is. I actually bought this case from a shop that I bought from before that had a superfractor in it last year, and I haven't bought from this shop since. I thought about that earlier today. I was like, wait a minute. The last time I was like, I think this is a shop I got a superfractor from. I can't remember which one it was, though. It would have been, I want to say 2024 Bowman release, which it might have been just like a base, like not a first. What's his name? Jonathan Mejia? That's the guy on the Cardinals, or was with the Cardinals at one point. I don't know. Sox killed you. They traded James Tibbs back. You know what's going to happen. James Tibbs is going to start to have that Mike Sirota market now that he's a Dodger. Dodgers just kind of laying low and just like sniping guys. Astros had an interesting deadline. I think it was the deadline in general was pretty crazy. Leo DeVries getting traded, DeVries, whatever you want to call it. I think it's DeVries. I probably just say that because I think of the hockey player Greg DeVries, which probably I know two people in here that know who that is, maybe three. Yes, Tibbs was traded for Dustin May. Remember the redhead Dustin May? He kind of looked like old school DeGrom. It was like Carrot Top and Jacob DeGrom had sex, and then out came Dustin May. That's how. That's the best way to describe him. But only Jacob DeGrom when he had long hair. Padres don't keep prospects. I mean, if you're a Padres fan, it has got to be tough to prospect for them. But I think Leah's going to be great for the A's. I think the A's made out well. I mean, National League just has some stupid talent right now. Not that the AL doesn't, but the NL already had some teams. Like the NL West and NL East is just with the Padres, the Dodgers in the West, and the Mets and Phillies in the East, and then you got the Cubs and the Brewers in the Central. But then you also kind of like laying low, kind of just like hanging out there is the Reds. Keep an eye on the Reds, man. That could be interesting. I thought an interesting trade was Curtis Mead getting traded to the White Sox. Oh. OG Cheater went back home. Yeah. Yeah, that was wild. The Twins basically just said, here, we don't want anyone. We don't want to keep anyone around. Mets and Phillies going heavy on bullpen help. And then some outfield help. So Harrison Bader going to the Phillies. I liked Bader when he was a Met last year. He was linked to the Mets, but I thought that ultimately Cedric Mullins was a better fit for what they needed. They needed a left-handed bat to play center because they have Tyrone Taylor, who's a great fielder, but his bat's not great. He's a righty, so that made sense. As a Mets fan, I like what they did. You didn't end up getting a team either, did you? Do you want to just like buy a team tomorrow? I was thinking about running a random with a repack tomorrow, but I think tomorrow I might just do jumbos with Sapphire. We haven't done that in a bit, and I still have Sapphire here, so I might just do that tomorrow. I kind of want to Yeah, the repacks aren't as ready as I was hoping. Yeah, the AL is very wide open. You're not wrong. I mean, the Yankees and Blue Jays both were pretty busy today. Yankees got busy late, too. I was actually on the phone with Sean Healy earlier. He's a Yankees fan, and we were chatting. And next thing you know, I was like, oh, they got Bednar, and then they added a few others. I mean, a lot of teams really just beefed up bullpens. I don't really think any starters, many? I'm trying to think of any starting pitchers that got traded. That is a good question. Keith, just keep an eye out. I'll post a preview later tonight for what we'll run tomorrow. I love when you're around, man. It's always fun. You're a fun guy. You and Jason over there would be. You guys would fucking love each other. I can already tell. Mariners were busy. Mariners, I feel like, didn't give up a ton for how much they improved. He had the beeps. Man, I'm telling you what, I talked to Dennis about that earlier, and I was saying, like, Carl Steven is a really good pitcher. I think Cleveland made out really well there. Stephen Kwan didn't get dealt. Luis Robert didn't get dealt. Apparently the White Sox wanted Jonah Tong from the Mets for Luis Robert, so they're like, yeah, go fuck yourself. I was glad that Tong didn't get dealt. I think the Mets have plans to have him in their rotation next year. I thought Brandon Sproat may have been dealt, but nope. I think they might have plans for him this year now. We'll see. I'm trying to think of a starting pitcher outside of Bieber that got traded, right, Harris? Because Bieber hasn't even pitched this year. He's been doing rehab starts. Well, Mullins makes sense. It's cheaper. I think they gave up their number 30 prospect and then 2 unranked guys. There are actually names I knew that the closer they traded actually was playing pretty well. But, you know, these guys, anything can happen between now and their debut. What's up, Mr. Gabi Shibu? Brian Hayes. Oh, no. Really? Oh, Merrill Kelly. Yeah. Like, Tampa Bay made some interesting trades. It's like they made trades like, nah, we're not buyers. And then they're like, nah, maybe we are a little bit. And you're like, well, what are you doing there? Brian Hayes is known for his defense, too. That's crazy. When is that game at the racetrack? The Speedway. Is that Sunday? I believe I saw Chase Burns just starting that game. Mr. Burns. Shabo. We are just starting. We're going to do like 3 boxes at a time just because, you know, it's a lot to open. Many packs. I might have to. Well, I heard that too, but it would be really tough to like start to stretch them out now. I had heard that they were going to try to move Dylan Cease after they got him, but then that kind of just dissipated. I'm sure there was talks. I could only imagine like how close some deals were too. You know, I make trades in fantasy baseball, and you think one thing. Yeah. Well, there's some starters like that, but I mean, these teams are going into, like, the mentality of, like, you just need a strong bullpen. And the one team I always think about is the 2015 Royals. I think, like, the 2022 Astros. Those two teams make me think, you know, like, they didn't, like, have, like, starters that were going deep. Like, the starters just needed to get you, like, 4 or 5 innings. And then they were just like, all right, bring in the bullpen. Yeah, no, Miller's not in his last year. No, I don't think he is. Oh, no. Red Sox fans have to be so mad. But, man, have you seen what Devers has been like, though? And the three-headed monster, man, that was insane. It was like... You're right, Matt. I just remember that because the Mets being in that World Series, it was like, if you can't, like, get runs on them, if they get to that bullpen, it was just like, good luck. I'm trying to remember all the guys, who the three guys were now. It's like, it feels so long ago. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it is interesting that, like, they traded for James Tibbs. They got Tibbs was like one of the main pieces in that Devers trade, and they just traded him. I don't know. They got a bright future, though. Roman Anthony is the real deal. Guys, thank you again for the fill. This is, again, the prices of the product keeps going up. I'm trying to keep it as affordable as possible. So, again, I do appreciate it. Kendall, I think the Twins, man. What a disaster. They just have nobody. They might be in for a little bit of a rebuild. Yeah. I think I know that Duran's not a rental. I saw some Phillies fan, like, I don't know, it's so funny going on social media with these trades, and they're like, and like seeing fans saying, like, we didn't give up anything. We didn't give up much for him. I was like, Winston Santos. I thought Tate was he's a good player. He's just young, but catching prospects are tough. 2.5 years, yeah, that's good. That's really good. I mean, that's a good trade. I mean, reminds me of when the Mets traded for Edwin Diaz. And everyone's like, you gave up Jared Kelenic for a closer, but what has Kelenic done? I mean, Tate may not do anything. Abel's good, but, I don't think he was ever, like, touted as, like, ace material, though. I think he was always, like, considered, like, a 3 or a 4, right? Yeah, I think he's going to be good. I think he's a good player, for sure. Yeah, right. No, you're absolutely right. Phillies, I mean, a lot of these teams, they have, the window doesn't stay open that long. First auto, Winston Santos, Texas. Parashakis off the mini. I don't even know if he's awake. I think he's in Greece right now. Not watching the movie Grease, but he's in Greece. So it's probably like 3 a.m. there. I believe they are 6 hours ahead. Del Castillo, I believe we're going to see, like, these and Bowman Chrome. So, like, for other guys, like Kurtz. So that'll be a fun chase for those buybacks. And then Topps, he got traded today. Topps Chrome update is going to have, they'll have Cal Raleigh cards. So if he ends up as the MVP, be interesting to see, though. Kelenic is an all-time bust. PCA is not. Saw a thing, it was like, 4 years ago, the Mets traded Jared Kelenic. Traded PCA. But at the time, he was coming off a shoulder injury and was just, like, not developing the way they had thought. Still wasn't happy about it. Hard to get that impactful bat, though. Who are you going to add? That's the thing. It's like, who are you going to add? And, like, some of these guys might end up being better off traded in the off-season, too. Sometimes that's the move, is moving those guys in the off-season. No snack packs. I'm eating them, though. I still talk to Keith. He sent me a terrible trade offer the other day. That's pretty bad. And he deleted the offer. He must have realized how bad it was. Because I saw it in my email, but then it wasn't there. Luis Pena, he's good. Jesus Mate. JJ. For those... Ooh, I see orange. I hope it's a true orange auto. And I hope it's a first. I don't think it is, though. I think it's an insert. It is. Emmanuel Rodriguez, 14 of 25, and a purple Nurple coming up. Chase Burns, 250. I guess Alan can start a rainbow. You got the superfractor of that, right? Alan's got the superfractor. We got the Emmanuel Rodriguez, orangey. Oh, maybe we start to see him soon. I wonder what the ask is. Well, I'm sure lots of people talk to these teams, about those guys, but what was the ask? I saw at 1 o'clock today, it was just yeah, Lou Bob's not getting dealt, and then something came out that they wanted Tong in the deal. I'm guessing the whole Stephen Kwan thing too was more of I guess we will listen to, but we're not desperate to move him. You would have, you didn't. No Robbie Rays needed. I got my orange and my blue Tong in today from PSA. They look so pretty together. I would have had the black in today too, but I sold it. I sold it before it even got to me. Lucas Ramirez, base auto for the Angels. Manny's boy. Lucas being Lucas. Oh, man. I think Painter's trade value might have dropped a bit too. I thought he was going to be in that trade. I had heard rumors that he was in the Minnesota trade and not able. It's going to be a wild ride from here to the end. I mean, there's just so many good teams, and it's just going to be tough because not all of them can win. You see? I thought it was a very crazy. I think it was a very active deadline, though. I mean, it definitely was a busy. I have Passons. The only tweets I get notifications on are Passons because I was doing that when Soto was a free agent because I thought he's going to be a Met. Mariano 75, DeBarge 399. Plus Passon's probably one of the only ones that when the info comes, it's legit. Oh, I don't. You know what? The Phillies don't bother me this they used to. I like Bryce Harper. There's a lot of guys on the Phillies I do like, but obviously I'm now 41 and haven't experienced a World Series from my Mets, so I'd like to experience that soon. Yeah, hockey deadlines can get wild too. They're all about with the salary cap. Speaking of which, man, I just hope that doesn't become an issue with baseball. 2027 baseball season is people are fearing the worst, embracing. Hockey deadlines can be crazy because of the fit and cap space and absorbing cap space. NBA, I think, is similar, too, in that aspect. It's all about manipulating it. Pena, 250 on the purple paper. Hopefully that's a precursor for something bigger of his. Jonah. We got a Rockstar 125, Adele Amador, Giancarlos Lara, Luis Pena 250 on the paper purple. Purple. Put you up there with the eggplants. Did I do these? Yeah, I did those. Yeah, Painter's in here. He doesn't have... Painter has autos in this product and the blasters. That's it. I don't know if he has any in megas. So it's a kind of... Since he didn't have autos in his Bowman first. Penny. Detroit. Marejo. Bob. Is that Bob? No. I don't think it was. Mahoney. Mahoney's Baloney's. Yeah. 5X? 5 blasters or 5 cases of blasters? I'll have a backache once I'm all done. I guess what? Jonathan Long didn't get traded either from the Cubs. There was thoughts that him and or Jackson Wiggins may get dealt at the deadline, but it doesn't seem like that happened, huh? Unless I missed something. There's a lot to learn, my man, and it's like the way it goes with hobby to retailers. Baby steps. Don't bite off more than you can chew, right? Randall, if you want to come over and help me sort that or rip some packs for me while I'm opening it, I mean, maybe I'd consider it. Braden Montgomery. All right, we need to kind of heat up. Those first 3 boxes weren't the most ideal. I've had better. All right, let's look at our next 3, shall we? No. Jimmy Wood. Charles Conley. Why am I not? Because I'm at my house. I was like, man, I should have gone at National, and then I saw pictures of people waiting in line. I'm like, ugh. That's why I was just like, F this before. I do want to go, though. I really should just go next year either way. Just because there's so many people that I want to meet. I know some of you guys might be there or are going there, or you go there. Dang, I thought that I want to get a Pearl or a snack pack. Honestly, I prefer Pearls more out of flagship Bowman. Snack pack's alright, but I like the Pearl. I think the Pearl autos are sweet. But if you get Pearls out of draft, there's no autos, which is no fun. I know, man, that'd be awesome. Just hanging out down here. I got a new Roku set up on my TV over there too, so it streams way better. The one I had, it just wasn't working good. I'd be watching games and like you'd hear the sound of like the bat or the glove popping before the actual video happened. You're like, there was just that delay between the sound and the video. I was just like, I think I need a new one. Well, it's different. You want to buy. You want to buy football in the off season and buy baseball in the off season and sell. There's peaks of both. I'll do some football stuff pretty soon too. I actually ended up buying some more optic blasters because I love them. So I'll be running some more football again, and probably best to just run it as randoms with football. Pick your team. It's kind of tough. I don't know. I might do some mixtures of that soon. Maybe we shock the world and do. Nah, I'm not gonna do football tomorrow. But the Hall of Fame game's tonight, right? Trey Lance playing. How cool was that? Oh man, if you would have told me like a Sony yeah, it's an LG from like 10 years ago. Yeah, we're just chilling down here. We actually it's crazy. When we moved into this house, this basement, it didn't seem like, it wasn't like unlivable or anything. It was just like, it just needed some love, some TLC. So we creeped and renovated it a bit. We ripped out old walls, waterproof stuff, and it's like actually like a pretty nice, like it's not finished or fully finished or anything, but it's just nice. I'm not ready for football either. I'm not there. I'm excited about it. I love that, I want to say the Eagles are going to be good again this year. For those that don't know, I am an Eagles fan, even though I am a Mets fan. My family's from New York, but they never were football fans, and I'm from here, so that's what was on TV when I was a kid. That was the football games that were on, so I was like, I like the Eagles. And then, I hated that I picked the Eagles because they never won. Because I was already a Mets fan, and they weren't winning. So I'm like, what the fuck? Go Birds. Go Birds. Go Birds. Got my Saquon jersey. Got Saquon jersey. With the Super Bowl patch on it. Yeah, they are. NFC is just not that. NFC doesn't, I don't know, it's pretty, it feels like it's like, who's the main competition? I mean, Detroit, yes. Washington, Scary Terry wants out. I think they're blowing it with their headlines by saying demands a trade. Just say commands a trade. Come on, the Commanders. I guess the Rams, yeah. The Rams are pretty good. That's probably it. There's going to be teams that improve, of course, but it's not a great class of quarterbacks. Like the rookies, it's okay. It's like Cam Ward and then what? Jackson Dart. Shadors, like the 12th string quarterback for Cleveland, I guess. No, it's not Kelly Green. Yeah, Bucks are good. Baker's is consistent. I feel like the Browns kind of screwed that one up. What's crazy about Baker too? He was with the Rams for a minute. I kind of forgot. He kind of resurrected his career by kind of just being an emergency starter for them one week because of injuries. Maybe. I don't know. I just don't know how much I believe in Caleb, and I don't know how much. Bears fans are definitely excited for him, but I don't know. But what does that translate to, like, long term? Because you look at, I don't know. I think honestly, I think the Giants actually had a pretty good draft. Does it mean they're going to be like a playoff team? No, but like they definitely improved. I'm trying to think like who else is like, I don't know. AFC is just always so tough. AFC just has so many good teams. I didn't see if Hendrickson signed back with the Bengals. I know he was flying back to Cincy to meet with them. Oh, you're awake, huh? Yeah, the Giants do have a pretty good defense. I forget who you have. You have the Marlins and Texas. You have a Winston Santos auto so far. We're on boxes. This is boxes 4, 5, and 6 that we're on right now. Yep, 4, 5, 6. You got it. Dip in, come and go as you please, guys. I get it. It's annoying to watch me open this many packs. Hey! Oh my gosh, that centering is atrocious, so why would you do that? I've seen way worse. But Charlie with the etched in glass. Colorado, that was a mini too, right? No, Gabby bought Colorado. Dang it. I mean, I'm pumped for you, but I'm also, like, annoyed that the centering is like that. Etched in glass, Charlie Condon. Aron, I like him. Baltimore, I think, is a good, cheap team. Now, sorry, the Mets aren't as cheap. They're still cheap, all things considered, but you knew it was only a matter of time. James Wood with the red rookie. Colt Echevarria. Echevarria is another sneaky one. I think the A's made out great with that trade today. By the way, I think Did you win? You won my heart. Are you in this? Your boy's in this. He's got St. Louis. Don't go breaking my heart. Yeah, those are cool cards. They're tough to pull. They don't come out often. So Hendrickson reported to camp, and they signed their draft pick. So I guess that helps them a little bit. That defense is such a mess, though. No, you're not. Did you hit anything with Justin? I didn't see his case. I knew he snapped that thing in like 20 minutes again. I saw you had the Mets and a few teams get a nice Carson Bench. I got my Carson Bench gold today. Oh, it looks so beautiful. Jesus Made. We got orange paper rats. Jose Perella. Orange paper, Cleveland. 25. Thought I saw some orange in there. I just didn't know what, though. All right, we're getting some orange. Now we just got to hit that true orange first auto, and then we'll be feeling good. So, Jason, just so you know, I know you're saying you're still learning stuff. With Bowman, this is the main, like, this is the big chase with the hobby cases, is true orange. Because true orange is hobby exclusive, so you won't see that in super jumbos or anything. So that's the thing, and that's out of 25. So that's the big differentiator for Bowman. It's such a tough product, dude. It's so good. It's so good, but so hard. It's like this too. Same exact thing here. Like there's such good potential, but also just so much like trash that can happen any given Sunday or whatever today is, Thursday. Savage. All right, we got a refractor auto tugboat. Brody Hopkins. Oh, that's your guy. That's your guy. Matt was telling me he likes that guy, so I guess that's good for him. BH. Brody Hopkins. Joncel Louis. Pineda and Brody with the refractor. We're going to start heating up here. I feel it. I can feel it. Yeah, doesn't that suck, though, how tempting that can be? Just, like, burn through. Problem is, you're only going to get, in megas, you're only going to get autos in the mega packs, and they're not first autos. And the blasters, you can't. This week, I think you can hit yellow in there. I don't think you can hit gold. I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of Topps Chrome blasters. I think you can actually get gold. Flores, he got traded today. Card stuck to the back of him. He was traded in the Bednar trade. Skeens. I love the whole idea. People thought Skeens was going to get traded. That's funny. Think about what Soto, the return was for Soto, and that's what Skeens. Jonah Tong, you'd have to think that it would be something like that for Skeens. Tong with the reptilian there. Gonigal, purple paper, Yamamoto, 250. Former Padre Leo, Marcos Torres, 75 on the yellow wave. Thomas White. P.J. Morlando. True Torpedo. Humberto Cruz. Guess our autos are going to be toward the bottom. Sprout, still a Met. Okay with that. I think they might consider him. They might consider calling him up. I think that was kind of their backup plan, was like Sprout or McLean coming up if they didn't get a starter at the deadline. Matt, we got you a Brody Hopkins there, bud. Just saying. Will Simpson, blue paper, Christian Campbell. Thought that was a crystallized for a second. I got excited. I like the crystallized. Those are cool looking cards. Santiago Suarez, $4.99 refractor, Tampon Bay. Oh, their whole stadium fiasco too. I don't know the full deets, but they're saying like they're not going to get a new stadium in St. Pete, maybe Tampa. I don't know. People are saying like that's what happened to Tampa Bay Lightning. They moved from St. Pete to Tampa. I think we have a true orange auto coming up. I believe, maybe. I believe. I just hope it's somebody good. Good luck, guys. Paper. Now, first, shortstop. Nice one. Joncel Louis. Ooh, I like that. True orange. Harris off the mini Winnie. I like it. I like it a lot. He is a fun. That's a good hold, buddy. Believe you me. I'm just happy to get some true orange first autos coming out. Joncel Louis. I think it's Louis. Louis. I don't know. I don't either. At least not yet, Bob. I'm looking for them. I'm trying to find them. They're in here somewhere, maybe. And pull you that find a nice Quintero, man. Who do you like better between him and Hope? I'm guessing Quintero, but I'm sure you're fine with either. And also, side note, is Roki coming back this year? Is he supposed to pitch this year? And Duhar? Because, I mean, he was such a fun chase for this, and then, boom, got hurt. Yeah, so far. D-Bag's looking okay. We're halfway through after this box. Ugarte. River Ryan, Jesus. My goodness, we're pulling a ton of base of Made and Pena. I'm like, when are we going to actually get something of them? I'll give you a high five after this. Oh, yeah, I saw that. I remember you had that True Gold. I was just wondering. I just thought about that. I was like, how much longer is this guy out for? Blow Job. Macadoodoo. That's Dennis's favorite player. Macadoodoo. Doo-doo butter. Zach Neto. Another orange, non-auto. Colt Emerson, 13 of 25. Going to the Mariners. Lots of orange coming out today. Some good, some bad. Dude, we're trying, man. Your boy, I like Franklin Arias a lot. Let's keep an eye out for some of his stuff. There was a Jonah Tong. I was watching a Jonah Tong Black X-Fractor that it ended, I think, at 9. I wanted to take a look to see what that sold for. If anyone's like on eBay and you can, if you're actively around to check that. I'm curious to see what that went for. It was over 2,000. Hey, Bob, there's a start at least. It's a start. Eduardo Quintero. Quintero base auto. We're trying to contribute to the cause best we can. You are welcome. I'm still undecided on what I'm going to run tomorrow. I'm thinking a combo with Sapphire. Well, we have 6 more boxes to go. That's the good news. All right. That's right. That is correct. Bob, did you go to... I know you go to National. I didn't know if you're there or if you're going, like, later this week. I know some people are, like, coming home tomorrow. Some are going tomorrow. Yeah, I know. I know the way they do these cases, it's just like... You can kind of predict some of it. Kind of. Not 100%, but... You kind of can sense you can sense it in a way. Oh, you're going tomorrow? Okay. Oh, that's quick. Quick trip. I get it, though. Well, enjoy it. I mean, I will get out there next year. How many days? I don't know. TBD. My wife and I were both talking about, we want to, if anyone's going to the All-Star game next year, or any of the festivities, my wife and I are planning to, since it will be in Philly, we're going to go. We want to at least go to the Home Run Derby. I want to go to the Futures game, but, you know. Hey, beans, wonderful fruit. We're not going to give up yet, right? Tell you this much, I know Gabby wanted them too. He ended up with Colorado and he got the etched in glass. So maybe, just maybe, there's something big coming for you. But anyway, like I was saying, if anybody is like, if you go to the All-Star game or if you end up going next year, you'll have to let me know, because that is something I will be partaking in to some extent. Which festivities, I'm not 100%, but I know something her and I have wanted to do before was the Home Run Derby, so I know we're gonna get those tickets to, and then maybe the Futures game. I would like to go to that at least. So, me personally, I want to go to that. Will she go? Who cares? Who cares? I'll do that with someone else. I'll meet you guys there. We'll check out our Bowman prospects and live and in action. Matty Z, we got your boy Brody Hopkins up here. So Joncel Luis, true orange auto came out for Harris off of the mini. And then Harris went for the next mini and skunked. He skunked, man. He's a skunk. Bunch of skunks. I also have a 2024 Bowman hobby case too. We can bust out on a rainy day. What, an Eagles game? NFL games are just so... As I got older, I was like, man, they're just so, like, they're not as fun because... I mean, they're fun, but it's... I like the experience at college football games more. It just seems like there's so many breaks in the action. It's a madhouse. It's a madhouse, either way. Eagles games are way... I mean, Phillies games are crazy, but Eagles games are way... it's a whole nother level of crazy. And apparently the Flyers and the Sixers were talking about moving downtown. They have I guess it's Wells Fargo now. Had so many names. That arena, I think they're talking about building an arena in the city, which is kind of weird, but they have the way it's set up in Philadelphia is they have a whole stadium complex. So it's Eagles, Phillies, and then the Sixers/Flyers in the same complex. Oh, man. Dude, the Eagles-Rams game, that was crazy. We could sense it, too, because where I live, I'm an hour and a half west of Philly. So, like, as the snow was picking up here, I'm like, man, it's going to start getting crazier there. Because it just kept moving east, and you're just waiting to see it just, like, pick up. And it did, like, later in the game. He's over here. Don't want to block a true orange. We got to at least feel good about that, right? At least Harris does. All right, this is boxes 7, 8, and 9. with me as I rip through. As we rip through. My wife's upstairs. She's on the phone with her sister. And they've been on the phone the whole time. And then she's coming over tomorrow anyway. Clucking away. Just clucking away. How much were tickets for that game? This one is a different price per team. Now, when I do randoms, it's a flat fee. It's a flat price. So when you do randoms, it's just like you basically, you break it out. And sometimes if it's the randoms of all the same year's product, there might be less than 30 spots. So 30 spots for 30 teams. But if I did a random with this, it would all be a flat spot, but probably only like, I think it would be like 28 spots, where 2 of the spots are like 2 teams, combo teams, because some of the teams are like really cheap. Like the cheapest team in this was like 40, I think 45 was the cheapest team, and the most expensive was 425. So there's a wide range. Obviously, the more expensive teams have the, you hit them. Their stuff's worth more, but you could also just get absolutely nothing for them. So it's a whole, it's a whole thing, a chicken wing. So the flat ones, when it's randoms, everyone spends the same price, and you might get the best team, or you get the worst team. So there's risk and reward for both. And it's definitely not ignorance. You're asking? Ask away, man. Don't feel... Yeah, no, I mean... And usually what I do is like base auto, really doubling up on Jack Pennies. Double down on... JJ will take that. Ignore me. Yeah, you ignore me. I think of the South Park where Ike turns into Michael Jackson. Sometimes I'll do like single box where it's all a flat rate. I call them tiers. So it's tiers because I break it down into tiers where everyone gets a top 10 team, and then I calculate out like the next rounds within it. So like I do 3 team combos to try to balance it the best I can. So there's that as well. It's another way to skin a cat. Slade Caldwell mini diamond. And then if we do, like when I do repacks, what it is there's like X amount of dollars of slabs, mystery slabs that would go to that team once it's pulled out. And that would go within like different boxes that would go to. So those ones, I was considering doing that tomorrow, but I think I might just save that until next week. I don't know. I didn't get everything all together like I would have liked to for it. Lost track of time. So, I had to like run out to get my Usually don't do anything Sunday, but I might. Just depends, because we're getting ready for, like, we're hosting my a surprise birthday party here next weekend, so we're doing like a ton of cleanup and getting everything together for that this weekend. Nick Kurtz. I usually don't do stuff on the weekend, but sometimes I do. Max Clark, $2.99. I did do stuff last Sunday, actually. It was a half case of Topps Chrome, and that was random. Kurtz Donut. Base auto, Jancel Villarreal. Going to the Strews. Astroglide. Seems like we did like 3 bad boxes, 3 good boxes, 3 bad boxes. Yeah, the Topps Chrome was really tough. Actually, I don't have any more of it. I might run it again, like, in a couple weeks. But only if the prices make sense to buy it. It's hard to do PYT with some of that. So, that's kind of like to be determined. Alright, so we doubled down on Jack Penny autos. Maybe we can double down on Quintero next. Maybe. River Ryan, River Phoenix. Charles Macadoodoo in my underwear. Doo-doo butter. Yes. Shayla Combe. Johnny Lavelle. Shanahan. Shanahan. Decent trade deadline for San Fran. Did all right. Got swept by the Mets and then traded some players to them, and then the Mets got swept by the Padres, and now they go play the Giants again tomorrow. What a fun world we live in. All right. This is box 9. Thank you guys again. Much love. Zaire Hope out of 199. The purple pattern. We still have not hit a true red first auto in this. I just sort them away, man. Brian Reynolds. Jesus Made. Jack Lines of Coke, 150. I have 2 boxes next to me. One guy buys the paper spot, so he gets that paper. He basically buys all the paper spots. And so he gets that. In like a bulk shipment. Base and inserts. I mean, some guys don't want the base. I send all the inserts. I pretty much send everything, but the people that don't want the base, I'll just end up like giving that to, like, sometimes we send them to other people that take it for their kids. Or sometimes there's another guy that sometimes if I have extra, I send it to him and he gives it to the Little League kids. It adds, it can become a lot though, you're right. If we've done like, I've only done it twice, pick your player breaks, where it's multiple cases. True Blue, Nankeel at a 150 on the A's. We wanted to get that other guy, Kurtz. We didn't quite do it though. Putting my stuff on the wrong pile again. I love doing that. A little backwards here. There we go. Cobb Hightower. Detroit was, I mean, they made a few moves, but they didn't really give up a ton at the deadline. They kind of low key. I saw they got Charlie Morton late. I did see that. That was this week, right? Has the Pena Superfractor been hit? I know that the Mate Super's been hit. I think Pena's, that would be huge. True Blue, Nate Nankill. Going to the A's. Guys, if you ever claim them as Oakland, that's fine. That's fine. I know we joke around about it, but somebody didn't like that before. And if you claim the Indians, fine. I'm not gonna say no go. Pablo Guerrero, I mean, no one has, but I'd rather you just said Guardians just to avoid anything. Because it can get intense claiming like all at the same time, you know. 3 boxes left, Bob. You can go take a snooze for a minute as I go open the last 3. I know this isn't the most fun one to watch with all the boxes, all the packs that get opened on these. Although when we did the pick your players, for some reason I just kind of like got in a whole nother mode. Expos, don't do that. That's really going to mess people up. Expose. You know, it's one product that I'm really bummed I haven't seen out yet is Topps Tier 1. That came out in July last year. It still hasn't come out. That's one product I really do like. It's respectable. It's not bad. Some of these guys, I mean, you know, they don't have the effort. I like Quinteros. I always like his. So glad we got 2 Jack Penny autos. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 base autos. I would like to think that these last 3 autos are going to, at least 2 of them are going to be numbered. We have True Orange. We have a case hit of Condon. It's not bad. No snack packs or pearls, though. Those didn't come out. All right, guys. Good luck. Keep an eye out, and like after this, I'll post a preview of tomorrow's break. What that will be. And, I think we'll do. I think it's going to be jumbos with sapphire. 3x1. I think that's what we'll do. A little smaller. Sam, you going to any Syracuse games? No more Drew Gilbert. Might see some guys getting bumped up too now. That's what's also fun about the deadline is these guys that get bumped up a level then. Boxes 10, 11, and 12. I was 6 afraid of 7. 7, 8, 9. Hey, Relax. Stay still. Knocking everything over back there. Col Fantinelli. We got the crickets out again. They're buzzing away the window. They want to see if we got any superfractors to come out. Jiminy Cricket Superfractor. I guess that might be a real thing because now they have all the Disney cards. That'd be cool. Not really. People like that though. People like that, the DC, like the Marvel cards and all sorts of fun stuff. The hobby is a wild place. Last 3 boxes. Almost there. Almost there. Good luck, guys. Hopefully we get one more big boy. That's another low number. Maybe some true gold. Maybe a red. Crazy, we still haven't pulled a true red out of here yet. I think we've opened enough, you'd think we would have by now. But I guess not. But if we do, the first one we pull, still it's $250. Great credit. $2,200? Okay. So then, thanks for checking. What's he have? What's he doing? Tell me what it is and the price. Of course they're going fast. Everything he has goes fast. I can't keep up. I can't keep up. Yeah, do it. If I miss, it's okay. Thanks. Marejo. I have his orange shimmer, if anyone's interested in that guy. $9. That's my preference. If not, I don't care. Now, if I hit, I'm never gonna hear the end of it from you too, right? I know it. I know your ways. No, just 9. Just one spot. Just one. All right. That's fine. Don't care. We'll see. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Last 3 boxes, guys. Sammy Hernandez. I want something nice. Nice. Yeah, I know. Well, that's the whole point of it. That's the whole point of the maneuver that the kids are doing. Well, adults. Basayo, man, when are we going to see him this year? Maybe. A couple vacancies on that team now. Might see some guys called up. Base auto, Slade Caldwell. Arizona having a nice break. I just like the Arizona spot. They always end up in the mini. I'm telling you, man, that's my spot. That's my number I picked. Gordie Howe. That's why I started doing it, was because of Gordie Howe. And then I was like, wow, there's a lot of hockey players that were number 9. Bobby Hall, cool. That's why, and that was the number I picked when I played hockey, was number 9. Is that the number 9? No, that's number 4. That was Wayne Gretzky's number, too. And then, like, he couldn't have that number on the one team he played on, so he settled for, he's like, all right, I'll do 99, whatever. Kind of worked out. Aaron Judge. I wonder why Aaron Judge wore 99. Maybe because he's so big. I don't know if there's a backstory to that. Jonah Tong. I have some Aaron Judge. I was like all excited. I got those Topps Chrome cards. I was like, sweet, I got buyback money. I was like, yeah, he's injured. I was like, oh, shit. Maybe it's not a buyback anymore. But we'll see. If he comes back, I mean, it's going to be... Comes back fine. Zaire Hope. Little jism fractor. Adam, number 9 just works for you every single time we do a random. Well, you got 2 Kurtz cards off of 9s now. Both of which... You got the red lava and then the refractor auto. The red lava auto and the refractor auto both came off a random spot 9, right? How does that happen? You lucky dog, you. Stafora, now a Pittsburgh Pirate. No, I know, that's true. But, you know, it works for certain cards. Haesung Kim. Hi. Lara. Thanks for grabbing that spot. I mean, I guess I'll thank you until I get the combo team. I can't even put my piles on the wrong spot. That's so funny. You're not much of a... You don't really like the Bowman draft stuff either. Those are both mixers, right? That's crazy. Single box can do that for you. Jack Lyons. Thomas White, he's good. He had a 14 strikeout game the other night. Another good pitcher to keep an eye on. Towell. Hayden Alvarez, 150. Hayden. I like Hayden Alvarez. Yeah. I can only imagine how much he spent on draft. It's just so expensive. I don't know, sometimes the randoms are the way to go, though. Sometimes it's just as fun to do them. Now I'm second guessing. Maybe I do want to. Nice. Johnny Lavelle, Speckle, $2.99. Good hit, San Fran. I'm second guessing. Maybe I do want to run a repack tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Nice Johnny Lavelle. Jeremy's always taken San Fran, and it's worked out the last few times. Not every time, but, you know. Nick Kurtz, X Factor. All right, last box, guys. Good luck. Thank you again. Case has been all right. I wish we didn't get doubled down with Jack Penny autos, but, you know, it happens. It happens. What shit? Colson Montgomery's been playing really good. I don't know if you guys have checked. Check his game logs out, how good he's played. Drew Jones hitting home runs like every other game. White Sox, you know, they'll pull themselves out. They wanted way too much for Lou Bob, though, so he's still around. Definitely a good hit. He's a tough hit to get, too. He's tough to hit anything numbered. I don't see a lot of his true stuff. That's what's been so tough about this product, is finding any true autos. Nice Charlie, $350. Condon, okay. All right, Colorado, could be better. I've had better. We got Gold Shimmer here. Is this an auto? It is. Oh, Jesus Lopez. Man, I was thinking someone else. Jesus Lopez out of 50. Texas Gold Shimmer auto. Texas with a $. Chris Parashakis. We ended up with some decent color. It'd been cool if I was a true gold, but you know, what can you do? What can you do? Wrong Jesus, I know. We were hoping for Connor McJesus. I've heard rumors that Edmonton's looking to extend him. Have you seen that, Randall? Talks that McJesus may be getting an extension, but only like a 4-year thing. At least that's what I saw. I feel like that needs to get taken care of pretty soon if they want to do that. Well, unless we have an extra bonus auto, that's it for autos. Overall, I think it was an alright case. I mean, it could just be a bunch of it could be clickbait too, for all I know. I didn't open it. Brandon Sproat, Quintero, Echevarria out of 100. Charlie. Baby Acuna, still a Met. He was rumored to get traded. He is still a Met. Jacob Wright is Jacob wrong. Bummer. I was hoping that would have been a bigger name, but I think overall we did pretty well. Maybe not everyone, obviously, but take a gander at what we pulled tonight. Thank you guys for hanging around, even if you weren't in the break. Always nice to have the chit-chatting. Nice to get a true orange. It sucks to double down on Jack Penny, though. He's not the guy. It's not the guy you want. a lot of orange. Just all right. Let's take a gander. Cards that will end up in top loaders. I just didn't want to do it while we're Jonah, Yamamoto, Torres, Humberto, Pena, Mate, Wood, Echevarria, Pena, Mate, Lines, Andujar, Simpson, Suarez, Morris, Condon, River, McAdoo, $4.99, Bershanahan, Kurtz, Clark, Brian Reynolds, $125, Mate, Marlando, Pena, Guerrero, Sproat, $125, Echevarria, $100, Drew Jones, $4.99. Maybe he'll play. Maybe he'll work his way up the ranks now. X Factor, Kurtz, Lines, Hayden Alvarez, Blue Wave, $150, Kim, Lara, Luis, Torres, Basayo, Barrios, Escobar, Marejo. Escobar X, Orange Prospects, Rodriguez, 25, Perella, 25, Pena, 250, Hope, 199, Condon, 350, JJ with the X, Hope, 399, Lines, 150, Mariano, 250, De Castillo, 499, Caldwell Diamonds, Jeb X, Colt, True Orange, Neto, $3.99, Sanabria Diamonds, Silver Wave, Montgomery, $3.50, Lara, $1.99, Amador Rockstars, $125, Mariano, $75, La Mavita X, JJ, Pena, Mate, Burns, $250, Wolters Diamonds, Montez, $1.99, Charlie Base, JJ Base, Keys, $350, DeBars, $3.99, Base, McGonigal, Diamonds, Mooney, $125X, Estrada, Louis X, Pineda, $2.99, Speckle. And the autos, Ramirez base, Quintero base, Penny ×2 base, Caldwell base, Brody, $4.99, Santos, $2.99, Villarreal base, Nankill, True Blue, Lopez, Gold Shimmer, Charlie with the etched, Lavelle, Speckle, and Luis with the True Orange. It was a split down the middle, 6 and 6. Thank you guys much. Keep an eye out. I'll post up some kind of preview within the next hour for tomorrow. See ya.